Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe they told me that I would never make it? Now we smiling in their faces, smiling in their faces.
So it's
Bron didn't even play in the All-Star game last year.
Bron is in the
Bron
All-Star
is not
game.
in the All-Star game this year. Bron is not in the All-Star game. For what? Bron does not want to play in the All-Star game.
I don't know how they're looking at this or what they'll do, but what I know is they better make sure he is. Like, it's LeBron James, and he's who he is to this league, and started the year off hurt, great, but I don't know. Like, I don't know the right answer other than, like, figure it out.
So basically what it is Kevin Garnett has a strong opinion about LeBron being the all-star, and then we got Draymond Green running to the rescue to defend his homie, his coworkers. I don't know what their relationship is. I at this point, I don't know. But I know they're cool. I know they're close. I know every time someone says something about LeBron, we can expect Draymond Green to come to the rescue. So first we're going to get into the clip of what Kevin Garnett had to say. Then we're going to get into what Draymond had to say in response to Kevin Garnett's clip regarding LeBron being an all-star for this upcoming all-star game. So let's get into the video.
If he does not make the All-Star team, I will be...
Wait a minute. No, he's not going to make it. No, you can't get 3 from the Lakers. You can't get 3 from the Lakers.
AR is going to make...
So it's
Bron didn't even play in the All-Star game last year.
Bron is in the All-Star game.
Bron is not in the All-Star game this year. Bron is not in the All-Star game. For what? Bron does not want to play in the All-Star game.
He's going to get voted in.
Bron does not want to play in the All-Star game.
He's going to get voted in, though.
So listen, all you people out there that's going to vote for Bron, save your vote.
Damn.
He didn't play in the last year.
Damn.
Why would you expect him to play this year?
I can't bring 3 from the Lakers, though.
Listen, Bron is not playing in the game.
He's definitely going to be in the All-Star game.
He's not.
He's going to get voted. He's going to be the #1 vote.
All right. I understand KG's take, right? Like, LeBron didn't suit up last year. I doubt he cared to play in the All-Star game. He could have said, hey, I'm hurt. Let another player, come in and play that, probably could have been their first All-Star game. And at the time, I don't even think LeBron wants to play at that moment. Like, even if he had a little injury, he could have suited up for the fans. But let's just be honest, man. Sometimes there's some points in time where I don't even think LeBron is interested in the regular season game. I understand, bro. He's been in the league for so long. And look, I'm defending LeBron. So all the dudes out there, stop D-riding, bro. Just relax and watch the show. Anyhow, I understand, bro, you've been in the league this long. And every All-Star weekend you're playing. But like, dog, at the end of the day, there's other players who do want to play in the All-Star game. So your spot should be dedicated to the fans putting on a show. So if you don't want to play and you're burnt out for that reason, you playing all these years, I understand it. Just don't show up, don't play, don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Make it known. That's all I'm really saying. But with the new format of the world versus the USA, this is something they're doing because the All-Star game is trash. This shit is ass. No one cares to play. Nobody wants to play hard. They try to throw money in your face to play hard. This shit is disgusting, it's embarrassing, and it's unwatchable. So do you really think the competitive nature of LeBron James on this year's All-Star game with a new format versus the world versus the USA, so world versus USA, you expecting top of the line people competing for the USA being like, yo, the US still got the best players. The USA still got the best players. That gotta be in pride. You have to have pride and play with pride to try to say and show the fans, we still got this. Do you think LeBron James at 41 years old is going to give it his all at this All-Star game? If you can answer yes, then you're just a fanboy. If you understand anything about what he's been doing or been watching, he does not care about the All-Star game. And not just him, there's other players as well. So it's not about LeBron. This is about all the players. But in this case, LeBron's being discussed, so that's why we're discussing him. All right, fanboys? Now let's get into what Draymond Green had to say in response to Kevin Garnett.
That stood out was where Bron sat on the list. He sits in 9th currently, a sight that we have not seen in 20 plus years. So that would make it, if he misses 50% of the fan vote, that would make it tough for him to be a starter. Then you ask yourself the question of, does he get voted in from the coaches as a reserve? And I don't know. He's only played 14 games. I don't know how they're looking at this or what they'll do, but what I know is they better make sure he is. Like, it's LeBron James, and he's who he is to this league, and started the year off hurt, great, but I don't know. Like, I don't know the right answer other than like figure it out. You know, I played in the All-Star game where the commish added Dirk and D Wade as like, you know, legends of the game, and like it was their last one, and like they are who they are. They should be, and it's the same with Bron. Like in the games in LA. Like, so I know a lot of people like, oh man, he shouldn't be an All-Star. Like, shut up. Yes, he should, because he's an All-Star. He's one of the faces of the. He's been the face of the NBA for 20 years. Yeah, figure it out. But there's no world where LeBron James isn't an All-Star this year. So I see a lot of people saying that. And I get where you're coming from, but I don't get where you're coming from. Like, he'll be an All-Star. By the way, shout out to my dog. Happy birthday. Appreciate you, champ. Much love.
Now, Draymond Green comes to the defense of LeBron legit at any chance he gets. Like, it's no secret they're buddies. And I slightly understand and I slightly agree with Draymond. But let me clarify exactly what I mean when I say I slightly agree with him. Now, this whole Dirk and D-Wade thing is cool, but let's not forget the context. Context is important as to anything we speak about, right? So here's the difference. Dirk and D-Wade both retired that season, and they made it known this is their last season. So the reason they were honored at the All-Star game was because just that. This is their last season. So even with Michael Jordan, right, when he was on the Wizards, he was voted in as a reserve, and he, ended up being a starter because Vince Carter said, listen, another North Carolina legend, I salute you, my guy. You're the king of this basketball stuff. You could start the shooting guard position, even though I was a starter. So Vince Carter on Michael Jordan, but he was still a reserve. So you don't get voted in as an all-star for what you did for the last 25 years or so, right? So basically what I'm saying is just because last season you played great doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a spot next season. We don't go off what you've done for the past 25 years or with the past season. We go about what you're doing this year. That's why it's the 2025, 2026 All-Star game. It's not about anything else besides this year, okay? This current season that we're playing. And that's just how it works. Now, let's get back to why I agree with Draymond Green. If this was LeBron's last season and he was not an all-star, they definitely should have voted him in. Now, Dirk in the West, D-Wade in the East, I think D-Wade probably could have made it because the East was a little weak, but definitely not Dirk in that competitive West. However, if they're retiring, they got honored. I understand. LeBron, however, has not said, hey, I'm retiring. LeBron has not came out. He's not said anything about this being his last all-star game. LeBron hasn't done anything. Matter of fact, LeBron is apparently still trying to compete for a championship. So, therefore, no, Draymond Green, we don't have to, by any means say LeBron is coming to the All-Star game. He's starting because for what we know, LeBron James is coming back next season, I think as a restricted free agent or something, and he's going to go somewhere else if he doesn't get extended with the Lakers, which he didn't get an extension in the offseason. So from what we know, we're going to see LeBron James potentially in another team, playing in another All-Star game. Therefore, I don't need you to sit there and tell us he needs to be in this because of what he's done. He's a legend. He needs to be in every All-Star game. That guy does not give a shit, bro. Why do we need him there? For what? Just to kiss his feet? I respect LeBron James' career. Let's honor his career when it's time for him to say, peace out, I'm out. But right now, it's pretty clear that the man is still playing, and the man has no sign of trying to leave because this will be the perfect year for him to say, I'm done with it. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, you know what time it is. My name is Tyler. This is Tyler Rose TV. I'm going to see you guys on the next video. Peace.